Now this little roast is a battle trying to get this freezer pack, this pack that gets the blood off. I had to use a fork. I almost got it off, but it's taking forever. I'm putting it in the Instapot, y'all. Little roast. Got it off. Got it off. Just rinsing it off. We're gonna throw it in the Instapot, frozen and all. So this is the sauce, the juices from the steaks I cooked in the Instapot a couple weeks ago. So I'm gonna put this in here with this roast. All that good flavor is it's going in there with this roast. I think I have 2 of these full of the juices from that, or it might just be this one. I think it is just this one. I'm gonna put this in there, or half of it in there. That's your homemade beef bouillon. Now I'm gonna take the fat off the top of it. Throw that fat away. I don't want the fat in there. Y'all might want to keep y'all fat in there. I don't know, but I just want that goodness right there. So I ended up using the whole thing because it was a lot of fat. There's a lot of fats. So I ended up using that whole thing. It's probably about 1.5 cups of beef juices. Y'all can use like a cube of beef bouillon with whatever, how much water it says to put in there. Or 2 cubes of beef bouillon. It's probably about a pound of roast. And I didn't read the packet, but yeah. So I got 4 pieces of celery from the stalk. I don't know if you call it 4 stalks or 4 pieces. 4 whatever. 4 things of celery off the stalk. 3 things of green onions, because I don't have the regular onions. You can use white onions. 1 white onion or half a white onion be good. These baby carrots equal to about 2 big carrots. And that 4 cloves of garlic. Really not 4, because that's a tiny clove. So really 3.5 cloves of garlic. So you got to chop them up. Chop them up. And I don't want none of these leaves. Get that top part on off of there. And you don't really eat these, because usually you take your celery. This was what we was taught in culinary school to do. I'm going to show y'all how we was taught to do celery in culinary school. This knife might not be sharp enough to do how we was taught, but I'm showing y'all anyway. And we was taught to do, we had to do that really, but I'm not gonna do a perfect square, because they drop that. I gotta watch that. They falling. Annoyed. Anyway, this is how we were taught to cut the celery. Not with your hand that close though. I'm trying to get the other pieces out the way. We had, to get the skin off. Had a sharper knife than this, but this was, So you get that skin off, and then we cut the sides off. So you try to get a perfect square of celery, but this knife is not a real proper chef knife. I don't have my one from school is dull. I still have it, but it's dull. But yeah, that was how I chopped the top. And you would chop the bottom. And that was how we were taught, but we would shave the sides better than what I did. Oh, that's an easier way, but that ain't how we was taught. We was taught to just cut the sides. Yeah. Anyway, I tried to show y'all. Y'all got a good, somewhat of an example. Culinary school was years ago for me. 8 or 9 years. But yeah, okay. Now I'm just chopping this stuff. Just chop. All these vegetables can be mixed, but they all going in the pot. And they all have to be tiny pieces. Just dice, have whatever size you want to dice it. If you want to eat the vegetables, then dice them the size that you like to eat your vegetables when they cook. And I don't usually get to that kind of bad part. Don't usually use that in. All these pieces of scraps. Scraps. Except for these. These are your good pieces. Then I have these too. Scraps. I'm trying to move stuff to the side so I don't double cut stuff. It don't really matter. Not like we're getting the rating on what the vegetables look like once the roast is cooked. As long as the vegetables give it the flavor that we desire. And with that Instapot, that flavor is going to set right on in. I see now I can cut these to the bottom and keep them because these don't have the this part, like this stuff. These are quite good still at the bottom. Alright, so that's all the celery cut up. Got the celery. And these carrots are baby carrots, which they say really ain't carrots because they say that there's no such thing as baby carrots, but I don't care. I got baby carrots because they're easier to cut. They already got the, you don't have to shave the skin off of it and all that. They already don't have no skin. That's why they say they're made up. There's no such thing as baby carrots, but that's what I got. Because they're easy to chop. Because they're tiny. And they rolling all over the place though. That's what I don't like, when the carrots want to roll. I think a baby carrot's really just a big carrot that's been skinned and chopped into pieces or something. Who knows? Some of them have ends and some of them don't. And then that's the problem. They roll off your cutting board. Right, you can pause it. Every time I tell you to put the video on, carrots want to roll everywhere. They was doing just fine. See how this one has an end on it and another one, only 2 out of all these baby carrots had an end on it. That's why I say I think it's halfway grown carrots they cut up and skinned or something. Yeah, I chopped most of them. A few of them while not on camera because I'm like, it'll take forever. All right, then to the garlic. I usually do my, well, I guess I can put them all here, 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 and then you hit it. That helps you get the skin off of the clove, but you're only supposed to do one at a time. So it's, therefore, it did not work. Let's try it with the one. Yeah, see what it does. It mashes it for you and gets the skin. You can pull the skin right off that thing. Y'all seen that before on cooking shows. Y'all know that. Y'all know that. I just like to do to show it. But yeah, chop his garlic on up. Tiny as I can. If you don't have fresh garlic, use garlic powder. I'm still gonna put some garlic powder in there anyway. Or use minced garlic that comes in a jar. I use that too as well, but I'm not gonna put none in there today. Just want to put the fresh today. And I'm mixing it because all this is going in that Instapot, so it don't matter. And this. See, I hear a cat. Y'all, I gotta go run some cats out of my yard. I got to go run some cats off. I don't know why them cats won't think they live here. I done put that stuff down, they go away, they come back. They should know they not wanted here. Go find a house that wants y'all, because I don't. I'm gonna go run them little things off. Cat keeps having babies and they're not coming around here. No, I'm not going to cut myself. No, 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 no. That's not going to happen, people. I know it looks scary to y'all watching me cut. And last but not least, they're green onions, scallions, whatever you call them. Whatever y'all choose to call them. I call them green onions. Green onions. Green onions. This roast gonna be good. I hope. I already ate McDonald's though, but I'm probably gonna still have to try the roast today. But it'll be something left for me if I don't eat it today, because I know it's gonna be nice and tender. It's nice and fall apart. That's what's so good about it. It's gonna fall apart, y'all. Alright. Putting these her onions. Y'all make sure y'all move your hand back, because yeah, it's tragedy sometimes and then you forget to do that. And you don't want a tragedy on your hands. Literally on your hands. A tragedy on your hands. I'm so funny. Oh, my son didn't even laugh. That's alright. Nobody cared about him not laughing. That was funny. It was funny. He tried to make a face like it ain't funny. It was funny. A tragedy on your hands, literally. Shut up. Whatever. That was a funny joke, people. If y'all laughed, thumbs up the video. If you didn't laugh, thumbs up the video.
You didn't laugh, thumbs down the video.
Because I tried. Don't hate. Don't hate. Don't be like, yeah, I don't need no thumbs down. I need all the love I can get, y'all. All the love. Alright, that's the veggies. That's the scraps going to the trash. These are going in the pot. Instapot. You can cut it off. Getting the potatoes, y'all. Gotta have some potatoes in your roast. Using Idaho russet potatoes, whatever you call them. And I used 5, I guess, regular size. I ain't gonna say large or medium. Regular size potatoes, because they weren't that big. They were all about this size, small, I guess. And I'm chopping them up like this, big dice. This part got a little brown in it. Don't want that. Alright, just got one more to chop, but that's good enough for the video. I said that's good enough. Got the garlic pepper. That's by Markham, if y'all don't know what brand to use. I use Markham. There's potatoes on top of the veggies is under, and the roast is at the bottom. Have to use a fork, spoon, scrape some of this onion powder out of here. Got 2 different things of it. One looks fresher than this one, probably needs to be thrown away. I'm not going to use that one. So this one, yeah, this one's the one I'm going to use. Yeah. About a tablespoon and a half, something like that, of onion powder. And salt and pepper to taste. Black pepper. You got these kind of grinders. Season your veggies and then go right down to your meat. Little bit of salt. I'm not much on salt. Y'all can put as much salt y'all want to put. But I got high blood pressure. Alright. I think that's good enough. I'm going to put some red pepper in here. Crushed red pepper, hey. It ain't hot for you. He's trying to act like it's too hot. And this is the person that loves spice. I can't believe he's trying to pretend it is too hot. And I'm going to put a little Creole seasoning. How about that? Just a little Creole seasoning. Put about a teaspoon Creole seasoning. About a teaspoon or 2 teaspoons. However you want, whatever you want in yours. And no Italian seasoning, that's enough. That's enough for the steak. And then going to close it on up and cook it on up. closed and it's sealed. It's on seal. And I'm gonna do 25 minutes. Pressure cook. 25. And it's good to go. Preheating. The good thing about this Instapot is you can cancel. You click the cancel button when you forget something. I forgot one of the main ingredients, the onion soup dip mix. But this onion soup and dip mix, but you use it for the flavoring. I had forgotten that. And you put the whole pack of that off in there. Hopefully it gets down to the roast. It should. All the steam and stuff, it should get down to the roast. Matter of fact, I'm going to mix it around to make sure it gets down to the roast. Because it really needs to be on the roast. Way more than it needs to be on the potatoes. Let's mix this stuff around. See, the roast is right there. So, yeah, mix it around. Make sure some of that onion soup get on that roast. It'll get down in there once all that liquid builds up and stuff. So it ain't just on the potatoes. All right, now I can put this back on here and put it back on 25 again. Pressure cook, 25. Start. There we go. Next, I got these from Save-A-Lot. Gonna make these to go with it. They're cheddar garlic biscuits, but you know, like the ones they have at Red Lobster. Hopefully, we shall see. It says just add, I think half a cup of milk with this biscuit mix. So we gonna see. Mix until soft dough forms. So yeah. I don't know if y'all can see, but it has steam coming out right now. Not as much, it was more coming out a second ago. It's not even on cook yet, so I'm preheating. I had to look that up to see if it's supposed to do that, because I don't think I've ever seen it do that, because usually I put stuff in there and I go. Usually you don't see the steam come out until you do vent. But it's on seal, so yes, it does that. I read it said it does that sometimes while cooking, depending on how full, and it's pretty full, so maybe that's why. And now it's almost on the cook stage. It's still in the same spot, but it's about to be on the cook stage. You can kind of hear it go up, it's boiling in there now. The steam is stopped. It's just a tiny bit of steam coming out now. So I guess it does that sometimes in the beginning. And this is the dough, just the packet with a half a cup of milk. And then you scoop it with spoons and put it on a cookie sheet or baking sheet to bake. It only bakes for 8 to 11 minutes, so I'm waiting to put them in the oven. This is the dough for the biscuits, garlic biscuits. They go in the oven for 8 to 11 minutes at 400 degrees. The oven's already preheated to 400. Gotta stick them in there when this crock pot has just got to cooking, so we still got 22 minutes. I guess when it gets to 10 minutes, 9 or 10 minutes, I'll tell my son to throw that on in there. It's been here for 9 minutes, but I think it can stay in there a little bit longer. A couple of more minutes, maybe these. But the Instapot is done. The Instapot is done. So we're going to go on and open this up. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to do the gravy. Hold on, let me do this right this time. I ain't going to burn it. Woo-hoo! Nobody knows it. Nobody knows. Right from the start, I gave you my heart. Ooh, nobody knows it. Nobody knows. Let this steam on off, y'all. Woo-hoo! Look at this good old food, y'all. Yes, sirree. Let's see what this roast is cracking like them with. How tender it is down in here. Hopefully very. Hopefully falling apart. Hopefully tender. It ain't too tender, y'all. I think I need to cook this a little longer. Yeah, this need to cook a little bit more. Because it need to be more tender than this. Darn it. I hate to have to cook it longer, but it got to be. It ain't tender at all. At all, people. Nah. Here's the biscuits. It's nice, and I put some butter on top of them. But that's the biscuits, and they crumbling. Where I was putting the butter on, it was making them crumble on off. But this had to go. I put this back on. I put this on again, and it's already almost done preheating because since it was already hot. Put it in for 15 more minutes. Maybe it'll be tender after that because it was not tender. So So we already ate our roasted stuff and demolished it. And the potatoes been in there cooked so long because I cooked a whole 40 minutes. So it kind of made a gravy out of the juice that was around the roast. But I'm just going to show y'all how tender this. Let me use a spoon to show y'all how tender this roast is. See how that comes right? Look at that. Look at that, y'all. See that? I'm trying to told you. Tender, tender, tender. And that's the finished garlic biscuits. Need more butter on top just for looks, but it tastes fine. These biscuits are amazing. They taste just like the Red Lobster, basically.